Hello everybody, it's Mrs. Hewitt here. I miss you all very, very much and I hope you had a wonderful spring break. Welcome back, and today we're going to be working on multiplication with numbers that have zeros in them. And we're going to remember that these equations are easier than they look. So I'm just going to make up this equation right here, and this is part of the reason why I'm posting these videos, so you can work on these skills at home or make other equations that are similar. I'm going to start with the number 70 times 5. And sometimes when we see this two-digit number times another number, we get kind of intimidated or nervous because it looks like it's going to be a tough problem. But like we learned earlier this year, we look at these base numbers. If I look at this 7, I'm ignoring the 0, and this 5. Well, I know 7 times 5 is 35. And all I have to do now is add on that 0 that was left behind. So there's only one 0 in this equation, so I'm just going to add on that one 0. And my answer is 350. Now I'm going to try this again. Okay, so if I had, let's see, 8 times 90. I might run out of room here. 8 times 90. I know the base numbers 8 and 9. If I do that math in my head, I know that's 72. But there's one 0 left over, and if I look at this whole equation, there's only one 0. So I only have to add on one 0. And my answer is 720. It's a lot easier than it looks. Okay, number 3. This time I'm going to make both numbers have a 0. So if I did 60 times 30. I look at my base numbers here, 6 and 3. 6 and 3. 6, 12, 18. I'm doing 6 times 3 is 18. And then now when I look at the whole equation, I can see that there's one 0 and then another 0. There's two zeros. So I'm going to add on those two zeros to my answer. And my answer is 1,800. So I can do this math if I know the base numbers here. Okay, I'm going to do another one. Now this time I'm going to make one number have two zeros. So let's see, if I did 400 times 3. I'm still looking at those base numbers here, 4 and 3. Well, I know 4 and 3. 4 times 3 is 12. And then if I look at my whole equation here, I can see that there's one 0 and then another 0. There's two zeros. So I'm still going to add on the two zeros. Even though those two zeros are with the 4 instead of split up between the two numbers, it's still the same rule. I'm just going to add on those two zeros at the end. So my answer is 1,200. Okay, next one. Okay, I'm going to get a little different, a little fancy. Let's see, 500 times 40. Okay, well, if I look at my base number, 4 and 5, 5 times 4 is 20. Now, when the answer has a 0 in it, I just ignore that because that's not going to be one of the zeros I add on. Now I'm looking at the zeros in my equation. 1, 2, 3. I have 3 zeros, so I'm going to add on 1, 2, 3. My answer is 20,000. All right. I'm just going to do a couple more. I might run out of room, so I'm going to move down here. 6. Okay, let's see. I'm going to do 700 times 300. Okay, now my base numbers are 7 and 3. 7, 14, 21. Okay, so my base number here is 21. And then if I look at how many zeros are in my equation, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, we haven't really gone over this, but when I'm figuring out where to put the comma in my number, I count in 3 numbers. So 1, 2, 3, it goes right here. So my answer is 210,000. Okay, last bit. Last one down here. Let's see. I'm going to do 4,000 times 20. Okay, now as we see, if I look at this top one, I had 1, 2, 3, 4. I still have 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So it's still going to be the same amount of zeros in my answer. I just kind of moved it around between the two numbers. So I'm looking at my base numbers here, 4 and 2. 2 times 4 is 8. Okay, and I'm just adding on those zeros. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3. My answer is 80,000. I hope you got what I got, and you can keep practicing at home. All right, bye.